Back to the ground with the only free MMA channel that fucking matters, Full-Time MMA. And Tyron Woodley believes GSP is playing everybody when he talks about his return to the octagon. I disagree with that, but I'll let you hear what Tyron Woodley has to say and tell me if you agree, and I'll tell you why I disagree afterward. Tyron Woodley is saying, I don't want to even talk GSP because GSP is playing everybody. I don't know if he really wants to fight. I don't know if he really wants to fight me or if he wants to fight Bisping. To be flat out honest, I don't think he wants to fight me. I think he wants to fight someone like Stephen Thompson. Stephen is someone that he's trained with, and he's not going to hit him with the concussion. Think about why GSP left the sport. He said he had some personal issues. He also spoke about the rampant usage of PEDs in the sport and also concussions. He said, and what guy on the list is going to give him a concussion besides me? Not Damian Maia, most likely not Michael Bisping. Bisping is known for enduring damage, being resilient, and always pushing forward. Most likely not Wonder Boy because GSP came from a sport karate background and he's trained with Stephen Thompson. I think if Wonder Boy had beat me, GSP would have fought him. If Damian Maia comes out on top this weekend, I think GSP will fight him. I just don't think he wants to come in after 3 years and face a guy like me who is completely determined to not lose his belt. Alright, Tyron, well, we do know you're a little bit of a conspiracy theorist yourself, you know, as in, the UFC's racist, that's why they're not promoting me, and, all that stuff that he came out with that the people got on his head for. And then, coincidentally, though, the UFC did start promoting and pushing the sheesh out of Tyron Woodley. He's been getting a lot of push lately. He's been training on Big Fox. Eric Helwani was commenting on it. He's like, you notice all the push you've been getting? You've been going overseas and doing promotion for the UFC. You were on Big Fox the week before your fight. You were, doing your thing. You've been at the ball games with Dana White. You were at Dana White's son's birthday party. Wow, you guys damn near turned into best friends after you guys had your little spat. And he was saying, well, I think it's because Dana White respects me. That's what Tyron Woodley said. He knows I'm a smart guy, so I'm not just going to roll over. So when we do business, we do good business. But if they do something next week after my fight that I disagree with, then you're probably going to hear about it from me. So you can expect a little bit of more of, some people call it bitching, moaning, complaining. You can expect some more of that to come, because Tyron Woodley's not just going to sit back and take it, which you got to pick your poison. Do you want him to sit back and take it like Demetrius Johnson, or do you want him to speak out against it like Tyron Woodley? You got to pick your poison, or do you want it somewhere in the middle? You got to pick which one you're more of a fan of. Do you like the Demetrius Johnson way, which doesn't look like it's working out for him? And actually, it looks like Tyron Woodley's way is working out. The way of speaking out against the UFC, because he's been getting that push. He's been fighting for the title. He was put on a huge card on Madison Square Garden, UFC 205 with Conor McGregor card. He's been getting his money. He's been getting his push. So Tyron Woodley, he's also been pushing himself as well, which definitely always helps. His champ camps, his champ lives, he's doing that shit by himself. Got his own camera studio and stuff. So respect on Tyron Woodley's name for that. What I will say is I do disagree, though. I don't think GSP is scared to fight Tyron Woodley. Now, if he had his choice, who would he rather fight? Yeah, he'd probably rather fight one of these other guys. It is true that these guys have less of a chance of giving GSP a concussion than Tyron Woodley. I do think he would rather fight these other guys, but at the same time, I think if Madison Square Garden comes around and Tyron Woodley's the champion, GSP will fight him. Now, if Madison Square Garden comes around and GSP's talking this Bisping stuff, while we got an interim champion and Robert Whittaker out, it might start leaning toward a little more truth on what Tyron Woodley's saying, because we've all been saying the Michael Bisping middleweight fight between GSP and Michael Bisping is somewhat of a shit show. GSP was never eager to jump up to welterweight to middleweight in his past to 185 pounds. Now that Michael Bisping's the champion, oh, okay, hey, it's looking like Michael Bisping's stock is high. Let's fight. But now that they're both injured, the fight's off. So it's looking like the only next move for GSP would be to fight the welterweight champion and come back for his belt. How long has GSP honestly been actually re-signed? First, we had to deal with Dana White versus GSP. Oh, I don't think he's ready to fight. I don't think he wants to fight. No, I do want to fight. No, he doesn't want to fight. Oh, we got to deal with the rebuy. Then they finally get the deal made, and it's, oh, GSP versus Michael Bisping, press conference. Yay, yay. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't fight for a long time. Oh, damn, the fight's off. So we've been going through such a roller coaster with GSP for almost a year and a half, and we haven't even seen him walk out to the cage. We've seen him cage side for a couple of fights, but we have no idea who this guy's fighting next due to the Michael Bisping situation. You can't say Michael Bisping because there's an interim middleweight champion in Robert Whittaker, so it's not going to be that. So the only two options now, there's three options, but two of them are pretty crazy. Nick Diaz actually just got suspended. That takes away that option. So Anderson Silva in a weird middleweight super fight, not for a title, which I would be interested in, but a lot of people might not. Or the welterweight champion in Tyron Woodley. Now, if Damian Maia is able to come out and beat Tyron Woodley, that would be the welterweight champion. But I'm thinking the only fight for George St. Pierre right now is the welterweight champion. And if he finds a way, if Woodley wins, to dodge Woodley, then maybe Woodley's got some truth to this. But I just think GSP's waiting for the perfect time, the perfect opportunity, the perfect payday, the perfect moment to come back, because GSP's not coming back to put on a dominant run. He's coming back for a few big fights, legacy fights, money fights. So it would be, you guys know Tyron Woodley's been going for his legacy. That's what he's been going for. He's fighting for his legacy more than he's fighting for money, more than he's fighting for anything. He wants to be the best of all time. So putting GSP's notch under his belt would be definitely huge for Tyron Woodley. So maybe he's doing this to get GSP to actually take the fight because he wants that notch under his belt. That's probably what's happening here. I don't believe Tyron Woodley when he says GSP's playing everybody. I do think we will see GSP fight eventually, but I don't know who's got to do it, if it's Dana White, if it's Tyron Woodley. Somebody needs to pump the pressure up on GSP, find out when that injury is going to be dealt with. They said it was sort of a minor injury, right? So it should be soon. We should at least get an update soon. Maybe I need to go follow GSP on Twitter or something and see if he's been updating it. But I'm sure he's not, because I'm sure it would have been picked up by all the news headlines if GSP said he was coming back soon. My guess is going to be Madison Square Garden. With that being said, I don't know what to say, man. Fuck it. It is what it is. Let the haters know what you think about Tyron Woodley saying GSP is playing everybody in the comments. And when do you think GSP's coming back? Dude. Who doesn't love unexpected sex? Prisoners.